Uh,
You know how the Catholic Church is always going on and on and on and on about the sanctity of life and a bunch of vague concepts about, cells and sperm or people and all that stuff, the sanctity of life and the start of life at conception. You know all that stuff, Lewis.
well aware.
You're very well aware of it. We can't have an abortion because sperm is sacred and cells are sacred and a 2-day-old, I don't even know that we can call it a fetus, is sacred, etc. We can't have insurance coverage for many aspects of women's health care, according to the Catholic Church and Catholic employers and Catholic hospitals, because of freedom and because a fetus is also a person. All of this goes back to what, Lewis? It goes back to this idea that life begins at the very first instant of conception, and therefore the morning after pill and abortion, and we know the drill. We know the drill. The only problem is that apparently this doesn't apply when it might save the Catholic Church some money. There's a man suing a Catholic hospital for malpractice because his wife and the twins she was carrying inside of her died when she turned up at the emergency room, and her doctor never bothered to answer a page. Things are now getting a little bit tricky. The Catholic hospital, of course, adheres to the strict ethical and religious directives of the Catholic Church as set forth by the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops. And those include that the Church defends that life includes the unborn, and you must uphold the sanctity of life from the moment of conception until death. However, Jason Langley, who's an attorney with Denver-based Kennedy Childs, is arguing in one of the briefs that he filed for the defense of the hospital that the court shouldn't overturn the longstanding rule in Colorado that the term person, as used in the Wrongful Death Act, encompasses only individuals born alive, and that therefore you cannot have any kind of wrongful death claim based on unborn fetuses. The height of hypocrisy. You can't have an abortion because those fetuses are alive. But when it comes to being sued for malpractice, listen, unborn fetuses, according to the law, aren't alive. They're not people. You surprised?
Very convenient.
This is on paper now the height of hypocrisy from the Catholic Church.
Nothing surprises me when it comes to the Catholic Church.
We should really be thanking the attorney for undermining everything that the Catholic Church has ever said about women and healthcare and fetuses and the sanctity of life. Just to save $1 here, it is all being completely undermined and really showing that the entire thing is completely baseless and empty. That's really what I'm hearing from it.
It's a good summarization, yeah.
Incredible.